Alright the squad, it's the final episode of Ring of the Hawk Season 4, and I've possibly saved the best until last. The current situation is that we've got one final chance to crown a new champion of this season, because it's currently Eddie Guerrero in ECW. This is going to be a real challenge, and the challenger has been chosen by Luke Lacuzzi over on Patreon. If you want to make the Hawk talk, sign up today. When I first found out I would be covering Edge's return run on Ring of the Hawk, I wasn't sure what to expect, so as I always do, I pull up the match database to see what I'm in for. I'm not really interested in seeing who's won or lost, I'm looking at the match times. I need to know in advance how much work a video will be, and wow, my heart sank when I saw the times of Edge's matches. Look, if you prefer longer matches, that's cool, but me personally, I find it hard to concentrate on one match for so long, let alone 20 back to back. So I knew it would take all my strength and efforts to get through this run. So I set my alarm for 6 AM and I began my day by watching wrestling. So I'll need coffee, and I'll need Ritalin, and I'll need to completely turn my mind off from any outside distractions. So I've put your girl on silent. I'm sorry, love. Join me for the next, whatever it is, probably 40 minutes as I take you through every match on Edge's return to the WWE. Alright, it's Edge. Does he look like he was dragged through a hedge? Edge had what everybody thought was his final match against Alberto Del Rio in February 2012. His neck was so badly screwed up that doctors told him he would never wrestle again. So that's why when the following happened, it's considered an extremely special moment to wrestling fans. Match 1, Royal Rumble 2020. The crowd erupts as Edge randomly enters the Royal Rumble. He looks very old and sunken now. He quickly spears every man in the ring. Styles and Edge face off. AJ hits the Pele kick, but it has no effect and he's speared too. King Corbin enters to zero reaction. He looks like an overgrown adult baby. Edge eliminates AJ Styles in simple fashion. Riddle enters and he knees Edge in the head. The Good Brothers hit Edge with the Magic Killer. Edge's former partner Randy Orton is in now. The two have a stare down and together they clear the Good Brothers from the ring. That's 2 eliminations for Edge so far. Some guy called Roman Reigns seems to be stealing Edge's finisher. Edge isn't really doing anything now, he's mostly just lying around. Rollins and his little crew of people pretty much ruin the match as people are eliminated. It comes down to a final 5 of Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Orton, McDonald and Edge. McDonald eliminates Rollins. Rated RKO seem to be working together. Edge hits McIntyre with a spear. Edge and Orton then hit a double RKO on him too. Orton shows Edge can't trust him, but Edge isn't stupid. It gets a loud laugh from the crowd. Then Edge just chucks Orton out. Roman Reigns drills him with a Superman punch, but he can't hit the spear, and Edge spears Roman instead. He tries another to knock Roman out of the ring, but fails. They fight on the ring apron until Roman uppercuts him, and Edge is done. The match is won by Drew McDonald. This was a cool return for Edge, and he did get a few eliminations. He spent most of the match spamming spears and lying on the floor though. As far as returns go, it's a B. So not too much of a difficult start for me. That's the first match down, and no need to frown. But then I see that the next match is 36 minutes. And this is only the second match. I don't feel like I'm making much progress here. Match 2, WrestleMania 36, last man standing match, Edge vs Randy Orton, who jumps Edge from behind with an RKO. The ref isn't a dick, and he waits for Edge to get back to his feet before ringing the bell. Straight away, Orton hits another RKO. In the Hawks' opinion, trying to have a match like this in an empty arena is idiotic, and it made getting through this long match even more of a chore. Edge makes it back to his feet at 9. The Viper introduces a camera to his cranium. This referee sounds like he's been hitting the needle driver with Jordan Grace. In a gym, Orton ties up Edge in a love swing and he tells him that he loves him. Edge kicks a weight plate into his face. Someone please tell me, why would there be a table set up in front of a squat rack in a gym? It doesn't make any sense. Only 10 minutes in and I'm really struggling. The only energy here is the coked up ref. They don't end up using that table either, so it begs the question, why was it there? I feel like I'm drifting off here. They basically fight all over the performance centre. None of it is particularly impressive. We're only 2 matches in and I've completely lost my mojo. Eventually Edge does an elbow drop on Randy through the table. Please let it be over. It's not over. Orton hits the draping DDT on a truck. Let it be over. It's not over. They fight on top of the truck. Orton wants to hit an RKO which Edge reverses into a spear. Please end it. No. RKO on top of the truck. Is it over? Edge contemplates hitting a concerto on the truck. He starts crying. Oh, get on with it, you wuss. Finally, he does it. Please let it be over. It's over. One of the most horrible matches I've ever had to sit through. No crowd, no believable violence, no energy, not a single wrestling move, and an unnecessary 36 minutes. It's a D. Well, at least that's out the way. Things should be looking up now, because... Wait, what do you mean they'll fight again, but this time the match will be bigger and badder? Well, which one is it? Badder is probably right. So this next match is 44 minutes. It's time to get a coffee. The sun's starting to rise, but it looks like a grey day. Pretty much sums things up. At this point, I decided my head wasn't in the game and I went to the gym. Because I'm not a quitter, I'm a winner. I returned for match 3 at Backlash 2020. Randy Orton versus Edge. This one is billed as the greatest wrestling match ever. Orton is out wrestling him in the early game, which makes Edge dump in his nappy of anger. It goes on like this for a while until Edge hits a sneaky boot around the ring pole. I have no idea what's going on. When I saw that it was 44 minutes, I automatically zoned out. Orton hits his cross back breaker and Edge does a nice sell job for him. Probably the most impressive thing I've seen so far. Orton keeps sending him into the steps to punish him. It's not a no DQ match, but it sure feels like one. Orton looks up to the heavens and nails the Three Amigos, but Edge does it back to him. This wakes up the basically non-existent crowd. They have a tug-of-war across the ring pole, which Orton wins and crushes Edge's throat. His eyes bulge out of the sockets like a corpse on acid. Orton brings Edge back to the ring with a superplex, just a 2. Edge is then almost hit with the draping DDT. He does manage to fight this off and hits the execution, but it's not over. Edge starts throwing knees to the noggin and a running elbow for another 2. Edge keeps going with a diving crossbody, shades of Wes Briscoe, but that's just another 2. Edge misses his shoulder in the corner and almost gets punished with a roll-up. Edge transitions that into a choke. Again, Orton almost rolls him up. This one's getting good. Randy connects with an angle slam for a 2, but Orton can't hit his next move as Edge catches him and hits a powerbomb. The whole 6 people in attendance spraying their nappies of happiness. Orton slows Edge down, sending him out the ring. Randy brings him back with a draping DDT. Some nice camera work now on Edge's depressed face. Orton starts gritting his teeth and going nuts and looks for the RKO, which he can't hit. Edge almost hits an Umbrella, which he doesn't manage, but he does manage to hit the Edge-O-Matic. Edge starts popping his eyes out of his head. He's looking for the spear. Orton jumps in, but you can't avoid the Umbrella. Cool to see, but it's just a 2. The stun gun slows Edge down. Orton tries the pedigree now, and he succeeds. They can't believe it's not over. Edge hits a rock bottom. Who else's finisher are we going to see? Well, it seems to be the end of that phase, as instead Edge tries a lot of different pinning attempts until Orton RKOs him out of nowhere. A woman is loudly screaming in the crowd. Orton eventually decides that the punt kick is the only option. Edge isn't having it though, and he spears him out of his boots. No pin is made. Instead, Edge hits another spear, just a 2. Edge looks for a dive, but he's caught with an RKO. Edge does manage to kick out of that, so Orton's finisher is now dead. Edge looks to lock on a submission. Orton panics and he hits him in the nutsack. The punt kick connects, and Randy Orton is the winner. Look, despite my difficulty to concentrate, I ended up enjoying this one for the last 10 minutes. I wasn't struggling at all for that last 10. A pretty nice match with a variety of styles of character work. It's an A from the Hawk.
Kiss me,
Edge
bitch.
injured his arm in that match, and he'd be gone for 3 months. And after that match, I was starting to feel very positive. That was a tough start, but it should be out of the way now, and it should be plain sailing going forward. Blue skies all the way. But apparently not in Bridgewater Bay. Match 4, Royal Rumble 2021, the Royal Rumble match. Oh no, he's starting the match. It's 58 minutes. It's okay. That doesn't mean I'm going to have to watch 58 minutes. Someone could throw him out. Someone please throw him out quickly. Edge starts with Randy Orton, so I guess that feud's still going. It sure doesn't feel like any Royal Rumble match as they battle on the outside. Eventually, Sami Zayn breaks up the party. Everybody seems to be teaming up on Edge. Mustafa Ali doesn't like Edge because he doesn't like legends stealing his spot. Yet he's happy to work with Orton. That doesn't make any sense. Jeff Hardy stops the handicap situation. Orton gets distracted and starts being a dick to everyone, which gives Edge an opening to hit the spear. Once again, Orton and Edge fight on the outside. Edge has something nasty planned on the commentary desk. Eventually, he hits the execution. The table doesn't break, completely ruining the spot. That isn't Edge's fault though. Edge is annoyed about that, so starts smacking Orton with a chair. Dolphin Ziggler eliminates Jeff Hardy to leave him dumping in his nappy all the way back to North Carolina. Edge is now back in the ring, but Ziggler hits him with a zigzag. Orton is carted away by some dorks. He's too injured apparently. Edge is gone for a while now before Ricochet starts annoying him. Nothing happens. The big red machine enters with a choke slam on Edge. Christian joins the match for a cool moment and he hugs it out with Edge. Riddle also wants a hug. He doesn't get one. Instead he gets the shut up or I'll smack you one punch. Next thing of note is Edge spearing AJ Styles. Mysterio enters now, so lots of Edge's history in this match. As we go past 45 minutes, Sheamus is here and he refuses to give Edge a break. He crushes him with a diving clothesline. As we arrive at the final 5, Daniel Bryan hits Edge with a big knee and almost eliminates him, but Edge hangs on. The final 4 is Christian, Edge, Rollins and Strowman. Edge and Christian work on Strowman, but he's too powerful for them. Strowman tries to power Edge out the ring. Edge just won't let go of his meathead. Strowman does start overpowering him when Christian and Rollins get involved. Rollins and Christian roll out the ring. Straight away, Edge throws out Seth Rollins. It's not over though because Orton is back and hits an RKO. Within seconds, Edge just throws him out. Edge is going to WrestleMania. It's not like he wouldn't have been going anyway, let's be honest. Second Royal Rumble win for Edge. That was a real chore. Edge pretty much didn't do anything exist in this match. Only a few eliminations. I did enjoy the early Orton interactions though, and he went the distance, so it's a low A. Match 5. Jesus Christ, how are we only on match 5? Randy Orton versus Edge again. At this point, I'd already watched 2.5 hours, which is longer than lots of people's entire runs on Ring of the Hawk. I've got to do something about this. Edge is strongly booked in this one. Orton can't seem to land a move as Edge hits the execution. He can't hit the spear and he gets snap slammed. We have a bit of a botch in this one as Edge goes wild throwing fists. Later on we get a top rope clothesline from Edge for a 2. Straight after, the Edge-O-Matic gets him another 2. As usual, they battle on the outside of Orton hitting a backdrop on the commentary desk. Don't you miss the days when these tables would actually crumple? Orton has him in the ring and he's looking for the RKO. Some strange music plays as Alexa Bliss appears in the ring. The lights come back on and Edge wins with the spear. Not the sort of match that you'd ever want to see again. It's a D. Match 6, SmackDown, Edge versus Jey Uso. Edge almost small packages Uso straight away. It's not going well for the Uso brother. Edge tries to put him in a submission, causing him to dump in his nappy of fear. Edge starts throwing running and jumping knees. Uso gets on top of the match by sending Edge into the steps and diving on him. Jey Uso works on Edge's guts for a while. For some reason, Edge is obsessed with throwing knees in this match. I've never seen Edge hit a diving knee from the top rope. Uso hits Edge with the Samoan drop, which I was completely okay with, but it's just a 2. Edge does a Frankensteiner in this match, which was pretty cool. He hits the execution, but the spear is countered with a super kick. Uso does a frog splash to the bad ribs of Edge, but it takes too long to make the cover and it's just a 2. Edge snaps his shoulder to calm him down, followed by the spear for the 3. Enjoyed that one, nice to see some new moves, and guess what? It was much shorter than most of the other matches on this run. More of this please, it's a B, nice match. Then Roman Reigns spears him, so this is our next feud. Match 7, WrestleMania 37 triple threat for the Universal title. The challengers are D. Bryan and Edge against the champions Roman Reigns. The Bloodline just end up turning it into a handicap match. Edge tries his hardest to sort this out by sending Usos into the steps. Edge ping-pongs Roman Reigns back and forth between the crowd barrier and the ring apron. He then ensures this won't be a handicap match by crushing Uso into the ring steps. It's all Edge and Daniel Bryan for a while now. Edge reverses a Frankensteiner into a 2 count. He also hits the Edge-O-Matic for another 2. They're doing their best to keep Roman Reigns out of this match. Bryan hits Edge with a missile dropkick but doesn't make a pin. Instead he dives into Reigns, who catches him and destroys him. Edge baseball slides Roman. In the ring he hits the execution on Roman, but he's too busy gorming out to make a pin. Cool spot now as both men go for spears, but instead they headbutt each other. Talking of headbutts, Daniel Bryan hits a diving headbutt on Edge. I guess his head wasn't big enough though because he can't beat anyone. Edge is down for a while now before breaking up a submission. Bryan puts him in the yes lock, which is broken up by Reigns. He powerbombs Bryan on top of Edge. Roman sends Bryan through the commentary desk. Yay, it finally breaks. But then Edge almost breaks him in half with a spear on the outside. Edge gets him in the ring and puts the crossface on. It's not working, so Edge adds a piece of chair to the crossface. It looks painful. Roman is about to tap when Daniel Bryan catches his hand. They kill Roman with a double crossface whilst headbutting each other. This one's getting crazy. Edge hits a couple of spears now, but Daniel Bryan manages to pull the ref out of the ring. Edge's eyes almost fall out of their sockets. Edge starts using a chair until Jey Uso ruins his plans. Roman Reigns does the concerto to beat Edge. Enjoyed that one, and that's saying something because the Hawk has a short fuse and an even shorter attention span. It's a B. Match 8 SmackDown, 6-man tag, the Bloodline. The Usos and Roman Reigns versus the Mysterio twins and Edge. Edge quickly starts with a flapjack on Jey Uso. He tags Dominic in. He's back in again soon after, working with Ray to hit a spinebuster seated senton combination. Not sure how much of Edge we'll be seeing in this one. He's gone for a while, but when he returns he has a really nice hot tag. Nice big boot into a baseball slide and a clothesline on the outside for Roman. Edge slips out of the Samoan drop and tags Ray. Basically the Usos are useless, Roman has to do everything. Edge hits a big spear on the outside, but it won't help as Jey Uso sneaks a win over Rey. Not a great deal to see here. I'd hope there'd been a bit more work between Edge and Rey as they were tag team champions together in the past. It's a D. At this point, I felt like I was making real progress, finally, but that was all about to change with another match over half an hour. This is endurance, man. Match 9, Money in the Bank 2021 Universal Title Match, the challenger Edge versus the champion Roman Reigns. It's not enough that this match is over half an hour, but the entrances have to last 10 minutes. It's unbearable. Edge makes it a personal start with a slap. He's just playing with Roman. Roman responds with a shoulder tackle which knocks Edge out the ring. Nothing happens for a while, it's really boring. I woke up to see Roman Reigns hit a Samoan drop on the outside. Why is this match so slow? I actually started fast forward in this match. I have to find a way to get through this run, because getting through is the aim of the game, man. If a submission stays on for more than a minute, I'm just not buying that the guy won't either pass out or tap out in this time. It's just not necessary. Edge gets a hope spot when he turns a Superman punch into a backslide. It's honestly the first thing he did for 10 minutes. Michael Cole dumps in his nappy of excrement as Edge hits the Edge-o-matic, even though that move's never beaten anyone. Edge hits a flapjack into the execution, which is the most exciting part of the match so far, just a 2. Edge gets Roman in the Tree of Woe and he stomps a mud hole in him. Yay, now there's another Roman Reigns submission which lasts a minute before they fall out the ring. Roman tries to spear Edge, who moves and Roman crashes through the barricade. Edge isn't done though and he spears Roman through another barricade. Surely Roman is dead now. No, he kicks out too. Roman makes it back to his feet and hits a Superman punch which causes the first ref bump of this video. Roman breaks a chair apart, which is something Edge has been doing recently. He can't do anything with it though as Edge comes back with headbutts. Edge once again puts on the crossface with the chair part. The Usos walk to the ring to desperately help their leader. The Mysterios stop them. This submission lasts 2 minutes. It can't be that brutal because Roman hasn't passed out. Seth Rollins interferes and boots Edge in the head. There's still no ref, for God's sake. Edge only fell into his knee. This is ridiculous. This match sucks Solo Sikoa's ass. Edge hits the spear. Still no ref. Now a new one arrives, but he only counts a 2. Seth Rollins is back. He distracts Edge to allow Roman to hit the spear. Oh, thank God it's over. Roman wins. What a boring and silly match that was. Well, what's next for Edge, seeing as he hasn't won the title? Well, it seems to be a feud with Seth Rollins. Seth looks like Roman's unwanted son. This match is a D, I just don't think they mesh well together. So, my mission to get through all of Edge's return matches seems to be failing. 9 matches and it's taken most of the day. I'm seriously pushing myself to stay in this damn seat. I want to go outside and see the world. I want to go outside and see a girl, instead I'm stuck in here. Please, I'm begging you for a shorter match, I can't take it anymore. Match 10. Jesus Christ. SummerSlam 2021. Seth Rollins vs Edge, who randomly comes out to the Broods music. Well, that was cool. Disappointing fan reaction to it though. The crowd are in silence for this one. Rollins wastes time dumping in his nappy of anger. That is one scary referee. Edge throws Seth out the ring to eat up some more time. They come back to the ring only for Edge to knee Rollins straight back out the ring. He shouldn't have bothered as Rollins drives him into the ring pole. God, this match is slow. Rollins gets a 2 off a net breaker. You can hear crickets in this crowd. Seth hits the frog splash. Unfortunately, it doesn't end this one. Edge hits a pretty nice net breaker from the top rope. The execution doesn't end the match. That move's been completely useless in this run. The only thing more useless has been the Edge-o-matic. Nice move from Rollins now, the superplex transitioning straight into the Falcon Arrow. Not sure how, but it was just a 2. Somewhere, Bob Holly is gritting his teeth until they break. The pedigree is now switched by Edge into the Glam Slam for a 2, paying homage to his wife. This match is turning up now. Edge spears Rollins out the ring. He keeps going and drives Rollins into the ring apron, which turns it off. He tries to finish it with a spear, which Rollins turns into a pedigree for a 2. Edge does hit the spear anyway, but it's just another 2. Seth starts smacking Edge in the back of his old head. Edge stays alive though. He blocks a stomp and locks on the Educator. First time seeing that submission in this run. It doesn't work anyway, and Edge seems to prefer the crossface at this point in his career. He keeps slamming Seth's meathead into the mat, and eventually Seth taps out. It's over. Edge wins. Pretty good in the end, but shave off 5 minutes it would have been even better. It's a B. Pretty nice. At this point, the only option was a power nap. I find that 12 minutes is the optimum time. Any more and you go into a deep sleep and you feel like trash when you wake up. I woke up from my slumber to find out that things hadn't really improved. Match 11, SmackDown, Edge vs Seth Rollins. Except this match is different because it's even longer. Great. I'm going to have to start just breaking this down into highlights. This is killing me. Well, the highlight of this one is Rollins botching a Glam Slam, so he simply picks Edge up and does it again. Imagine losing to your wife's finisher. Fortunately, Edge doesn't lose. There's not much to say, it's good, but it's not anything we haven't seen before. What we haven't seen before is Edge hitting a full Nelson slam, but now we can tick that off the list. Edge pulls out a powerbomb whilst Rollins pulls out a buckle bomb. Rollins kicks Edge in the head, but he doesn't go down. He just stares gormlessly, so Rollins kicks him again. Rollins screams at him, "Why won't you die?" and kicks him again. More like, "Why wouldn't you just pin him?" Rollins hits a stomp. Now the pin is made and it's over. They do an injury angle. I'm not surprised, I'd be injured if all my matches were half an hour. My brain is injured from watching this, another B. Match 12, Crown Jewel 2021, Hell in a Cell. No! 27 minutes! I can't take it anymore, I'm not even at the halfway stage. I really need this one to be violent and balls to the wall because I am struggling, squad. I don't know what else I can do, I've already punched myself in the gut 3 times to try and perk up. Maybe I should find my inner angle. Rollins takes the first big bump as he misses a dive and hits the cage. Edge hits his ultimate finisher, the execution, in the first few minutes. Of course, it's not over. Why do they have to tease me like that? They fight over the piece of chair. No one can land a shot though. Eventually, Rollins smashes Edge in his eyelid with the chair stick. The arena falls silent. Rollins punches a chair into his face and hits the frog splash. Sorry, but how is that just a 2? That's like 3 finishers in 1. Seth keeps trying and hits the Umbrella. The commentary team are idiots and call it Edge's own move. Really cool moment now as Edge rushes Rollins, causing him to smash into the cage and fall through a table. Yay, a brutal moment, that wakes me up. Edge has some stairs in the ring now. He quickly hits the Edge-O-Matic on the steps. Maybe he should have done a move that actually finishes an opponent off. Edge hits a dive off the top whilst holding a steel chair into Seth on the steps. Completely dumb, it's still not over. What is Seth, superhuman? Edge also buckle bombs him and he spears him. Rollins kicks out. He is Superman. Now a ladder is introduced. Seth uses it first. Edge rolls around on the floor as spots and grease fall out of his back from his roid holes. Edge soon regrets introducing the ladder into the match as Seth sunset flip powerbombs him through the table. Seth wraps a chain around his boot and super kicks Edge. He screams, "This is how your fairy tale ends," but he misses his stomp and gets a chair to the nutsack. Edge moves on to lock a crossface on with a wrench, but he stops doing it because instead he wants to curb stomp Rollins. He crushes his pea head into the chair and that's the 3. Most enjoyable match in ages. I like that. They actually did some brutal stuff which has been missing too much from the PG era Hell in a Cell matches. It's an A from the Hawk. Match 13, Day 1 2022. The Miz with Maurice versus Edge, who is a Brood member again. They really should have brought back Gangrel for this. He could have shown Maurice the real meaning of fanging and banging. Miz hits a hip toss and does a funny muscle pose. Edge returns the favour but doesn't do a funny pose. Edge is looking more and more homeless as this run goes on. He keeps trying the crossface. Maurice runs a distraction and her bitch husband takes advantage. Anyway, this is a pretty basic match with a silent crowd. Edge hits the other version of the execution on the ring apron to 0 reaction. It's actually quite sad. Edge slams Miz into the table. As usual, it doesn't break. He comes back to the ring with a diving crossbody, just a 2. It gets into the territory of why is this match still going? Miz and the scary referee don't seem to be getting along. After trying all match, Edge finally has the crossface locked in. Maurice puts her husband's foot on the rope. End this, please. Edge reverses the skull-crushing finale into a backslide. Miz kicks out and both men big boot each other. When they get up, Edge does a sort of hip toss off the top rope. I have to say, Edge is looking really unwell in this match. Miz does hit the skull-crushing finale, but Edge kicks out. Maurice is on the apron being a dick. Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix, is here looking like she crawled out of an American Civil War. I have no idea what's happening. Has it ended? It sure seems like it's ended. Music played. Miz eventually turns around into a spear, and now it has ended. What a dumbass. Horrible, boring match. It's an S. It was at this point I couldn't take it anymore. 12 hours straight of watching this wrestling stuff. A real mixed bag. I decided I could probably finish it off in one more day. So I took myself off to bed, because tomorrow is likely going to suck Sonny Siaki's ass. Alright, it's a new day, and I'm ready to approach this with a new energy and hunger. Match 14, Royal Rumble 2022 Mixed Tag. Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. They tried to do comedy, but eventually Edge has enough of the comedy. Not a lot to say, Edge hits the execution and tags out. I swear Beth does more damage to the Miz than Edge does. Maurice hits Beth with a purse containing a brick, so this match automatically goes up a mark. It was going to be in the shove it zone, it no longer is. The brick doesn't end the match though. After 5 minutes, Beth finally kills Maurice and the tag is made. But Edge gets distracted by Maurice and who can blame him? Beth gets rid of her and powerbombs The Miz. Edge flies with an elbow drop, but that's just the 2. Edge misses his spear and Maurice hits him with a diving hurricanrana. She gets rid of Beth and The Miz hits the skull-crushing finale on Edge. How is that not a 3? They try to do a double skull-crushing finale, which is broken up by Beth, and the Grit couple do a double spear to Miz. They beat the heels with a double glam slam. Not a good match for Edge, pretty cringy. The women completely overshadowed him, it's a D. Match 15, WrestleMania 2022. AJ Styles takes on Edge, who is now a heel with the Judgment Day faction. He's got new music too. Hey, I'm not going to complain about a change. Edge seems to be struggling to keep up with the pace of AJ. Styles is doing everything he can to frustrate Edge. He smacks Edge with a sliding knee off the apron. He tries to bring him back to the ring for Springboard 450, but Edge gets his bony knees up. Edge starts using a slow and methodical pace. He hits AJ with a nice shoulder breaker. AJ hits a desperate punch and both men are down. This match has been disappointing so far. AJ suplexes Edge into the corner and they're both back to lying down. Back on their feet, Styles hits a springboard DDT and a spinning powerbomb as we come into the closing stages of this one. The execution doesn't get the job done as usual. Same with the Edge-O-Matic. A slingshot powerbomb doesn't work either. Styles hits a nice suplex on the ring apron. Edge only just makes it back to beat the count, only for Styles to hit the springboard 450. That is just a 2. Moments later, AJ Styles dodges a spear and hits the Styles Clash. It's over. No, it's not over. Damian Priest, Edge's buddy, stares at Styles, which distracts him. Edge spears him in midair and wins the match. It was good, but perhaps I'm slightly disappointed. I was expecting an A tier match. It's more of a B tier match. Match 16, Backlash WrestleMania, Edge vs AJ Styles yet again. They're telling the story that AJ has a bad arm. Is it just me, but I've never got used to AJ Styles' soccer mum haircut. It looks so bad. Let me know. It's AJ with the aggressive start. He hits a nice dropkick through the ropes and an acai moonsault. What a start. He can't hit his springboard forearm and Edge kicks him away. On the outside, Edge catapults Styles into the steps. It's all Edge working on Styles' arm. After a while, AJ hits the Pele kick. Then we get a meeting of the minds in the middle of the ring. Styles hits a beautiful shoulder breaker. Yeah, you'd assume given the story of this match it would be the other way around. Edge shuts him down with a back break and puts on the crossface. Styles quickly breaks the hold and puts on the calf killer. That doesn't work. Edge gets German suplex now but removes the turnbuckle pad at the same time. He almost regrets that instantly. There's the spear from Edge, which is the 2 count. Styles counters another spear with a knee to the noggin. He drapes Edge across the ropes and hits the Styles Clash. He takes too long to make the cover though and Edge kicks out. Damian Priest is here again distracting AJ when he's about to dive. Finn Balor gets rid of him. After a minute, AJ tries to dive again, but a mystery man stops him. Edge locks on the crossface and AJ passes out. It was kind of fine, middle of the road, it's a C. Match 17, Hell in a Cell 2022, 6-person tag. The Judgment Day, which is Edge, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan, Finn Balor and AJ Styles. It's not really the sort of match that's helping me survive this run. Edge has a new haircut. Nobody cares. It's a boring match. AJ Styles connects with his phenomenal forearm for the first time in their group of matches, but Priest pulls him out of the ring. Not much to say. Edge beats Balor with the spear. It's an S, nothing enjoyable here. At this point I could tell I was starting to get grumpy again, so I took myself to lift some weights to cheer myself up. Unfortunately I chose leg day and this wasn't helping my energy levels on my return. I returned for match 18. It was a singles match between Damian Priest and Edge, who is no longer in the Judgment Day. The crowd are actually awake for Edge here. It helps that this is Canada too. Edge frustrates his protege and kills him with a powerbomb across the barricade. We come back from an advert break to see Priest miss a dive. Edge diving to the outside gets him a Holy Hawk chant. Priest isn't injured and he chokeslams Edge on the ring apron. Then he puts Edge through the commentary table to Razor's Edge. It seems to only break when it's not Edge using the table. Back from another advert break and Edge is somehow fine. Not sure how, but he does a Frankensteiner. Priest no-sells it and kicks him in the head into the Umbrella. Edge also uses Priest finisher in this one, it's quite fun. Then there's a ref bump. Priest hits his chokeslam finisher but no ref. He tries to give Edge a concerto. It doesn't work and Edge breaks the chair apart. Been a while since we've seen him with his little stick. He puts on the crossface. He does it for literally 5 seconds. What was the point? Even more so when he charges with a spear only for Priest to hit him in the head with the stick. Edge kicks out the pin. Then randomly Edge hits a Canadian Destroyer. Wasn't expecting that. Edge nails the spear and it's over. Very fun match. This cheered me up. Non-stop action. Did it get a bit silly? Yeah, for sure, but we've had a lot of really slow moving matches lately. This feud with the Judgment Day isn't over though. It's an A. Match 19, Clash at the Castle tag match. Rey Mysterio teams up with Edge, who is also apparently a Mysterio triplet for the night. They face the Judgment Day. Balor and Priest. I almost attended this event, so let's find out if I missed out on anything. After what felt like half an hour of entrances, the match finally started. I could barely keep my hawk eye open. Eventually, Damian Priest demands to wrestle Edge. The crowd give Edge a loud cheer as he's tagged in. It's good to see Edge and Ray actually work together this time, unlike their last match together. Edge throws Ray out the ring onto the Judgment Day. Ray gets isolated for a very long time now. When he gets the tag, he's a hawk on fire. The Execution is now a standard transition move. I swear it had more effect during the Ruthless Aggression era. Maybe people had softer heads back then. Edge hangs up Finn Balor on the ropes and much to everyone's surprise hits the 619. Rey Mysterio also hits the splash and it should be over, it's a perfect ending, but no, Priest breaks up the pin. Edge spears him on the outside. The match breaks down and Edge beats Balor with the spear. Pretty fun match, even if it wasn't a wrestling classic. Not a terribly long match, a perfect example of cutting 5 or 10 minutes from a match can make it better. It's a B for this fun match. Match 20, Raw, Edge vs Dominic Mysterio. Straight away, Edge smashes him into the corner in comedic fashion. Edge picks him apart as Ripley glares at him. Edge is on a mission to teach Dominic a lesson for Ray. Edge uses the table, but as usual it doesn't break. Rhea Ripley cuts Edge off. Dominic gives Edge 3 amigos to loud boos. He's getting too cocky though and Edge makes him fall in his nutsack. Edge tries a superplex which is stopped by Ripley. Dominic hits a nice frog splash for a 2 count. Edge sends him into the ring pole and starts his comeback with a flapjack and the Edge-o-matic. Dominic avoids the spear and gets Edge in a half Boston Crab. Edge turns that into a cradle pin for a 2. Now Edge ties him up in the ropes. Edge starts boxing him in the face. The ref's a dick and stops him from doing it. Edge looks to spear him too, but he's stopped by Rey Mysterio. The Judgment Day rush the ring and the match is thrown out. I was enjoying Edge's character work in this one. He made the match better for his character work. It's a B. Balor does his finisher to Edge's leg. It was at this point I felt some hope return to my life. That was until I saw the next match was half an hour again. Kill me. Match 21, Extreme Rules 2022, I Quit match, Edge vs Finn Balor. Really boring for ages. Finn Balor starts slamming Edge's head into the table and each time a moron in the crowd screams, "You still suck." It's all Balor, but nothing that crazy is happening. Edge uses a hockey stick and puts on a crossface. That hasn't worked this entire run, give it up Edge. They end up fighting all over the arena, it's quite a cool spectacle in some places you wouldn't normally see wrestling. It just kind of trundles along. Predictably, the Judgment Day turn up. Edge takes them out of a spear. It turns into a group beating of Edge with a cane. Apparently, nobody in the back cares about Edge. Oh, never mind, here's Mysterio. Better late than never. Edge's wife also comes to his aid and she removes the handcuffs. Edge makes a brief comeback before the numbers game gets him again. This just feels like a prolonged segment on Raw. Balor stamps on Edge 3 times. Edge is still refusing to quit though. Instead, they turn their attention to Edge's wife. They're about to give her a concerto, and that is enough to make Edge say that he quits. Ripley is a dick though, and does it anyway. What a heel move. The match sucked, but Edge in the segment did a good job of making the Judgment Day look like the biggest scumbags. Give it a middle of the road C. Match 22, Royal Rumble 2023. My initial fears and worries were quickly healed as I found out that Edge enters this one at number 24. So no chance of another hour for Edge in this one. The Judgment Day are already in the ring and Edge starts cutting them in half with spears. He throws out Damian Priest and Finn Balor in quick succession. His old rival Seth Rollins is checking him out. Nothing happens and Edge tries to eliminate Dominic. The rest of the Judgment Day pull Edge out the ring and he's gone. Yay, he's gone in only 2 minutes. I've never been so happy. Oh yeah, some guy called Cody Rhodes win this one, which I hear is a bit of an issue right now. Let me know. Anyway, 2 eliminations for Edge in a 2-minute appearance. It's a D. So with that out of the way, I was powering forward. With the next match only being 13 minutes, things were feeling really positive. Match 23, Elimination Chamber 2023, Mixed Tag. Judgment Day vs Edge and Beth Phoenix. Okay, not quite how I expected to see this personal feud pay off. Ripley and Beth fight for ages. The crowd have fun trying to wind up Dominic. Every time Edge looks like he's going to get the tag, it's stopped. Finn Balor comes from under the ring and hits a final cut on Edge whilst looking like a little baby dumping in its nappy of happiness. Edge does eventually get in, but it's hard to care. This Judgment Day stuff has gone on forever. Blah blah, the women both powerbomb the men. Edge hits a rare tope in this one. He's been very careful and grounded in this run. Beth and Edge beat Balor with a shadow machine. It's a D, I just couldn't get into it. Alright, 5 to go, you never truly know. Except you do know, because I just told you so. Match 24, Raw, US title match, the champion Austin Theory versus the challenger Edge. I'm surprised how far from the title picture Edge has been, that's not usually the case with veterans. Quickly Edge drags Theory out the ring and drops him on his manicured face. Theory is really struggling as he gets a Russian leg sweep now. A chase around the outside of the ring results in a brutal back body drop, quickly followed by Edge flying with a clothesline. In the ring, Theory turns it around with a Scott Hall special. Edge risks it all with a crossbody to the back of Theory, but it's not enough. Cool moment now as Theory rolls into the ring and he's scooped up by Edge into a powerbomb. He also reverses the A-Town down into an execution. Both guys are battered. Oh no, it's Finn Balor, not him again. He kicks Edge from the outside and Theory beats Edge with the A-Town down. Can we please end this Judgment Day stuff? A decent match is a C. Oh man, here we go again. Match 25, WrestleMania 39, Hell in a Cell. Edge is once again embracing his gothic side, although I can't quite recall Gangrel dressed like a masked moron. He of course takes on Finn Balor. It's pure weapon chaos. Edge takes the first bump as he kicked through a table. The Demon keeps kicking out of all Edge's moves at one. Edge now has a ladder. Edge throws it in Balor's face. The match gets ruined because medical personnel have to check on the Demon. Loud boos from the crowd. The Demon wakes up with a flurry of moves. Edge misses a spear and almost gets rolled up. Loud boos again. Balor hits his double stomp and Edge kicks out. He wants to do it off the ladder now, but Edge cuts him off and up he climbs. Wow, he hits the execution off the ladder. Ridiculously, the Demon kicks out. I don't know why I'm even surprised at this point, that move is useless. The Demon goes berserk with a chair. He wants to drive Edge through the table. The Comrades team go crazy at his dive, even though it's only about an inch higher than the top rope. He misses the dive anyway. The Edge spear doesn't end the match, but what does end the match is the concerto. Just a middle of the road Hell in a Cell, it's a B or something. Match 26, SmackDown Triple Threat, the Rated R Superstar versus Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles. This one should be good. They all trade pinfalls for a bit. Edge gets annoyed and big boots Styles. They try to do some creative stuff in this one as you would expect. Edge boots Rey in the head and looks regretful about it. Styles wipes Edge out of a diving forearm and clotheslines him out the ring. He's back soon after with Rey giving him a head scissors. Rey tries to give him a crossbody but Edge catches him and boots Styles in the head and connects with the Scott Hall special. Mysterio gets up and hits a code red on Edge for a 2. Edge falls out the ring. AJ slides Rey into Edge and kicks him away as Edge DDTs Rey. Nice move. We come back from an advert break of Edge hitting a double spear out the ring. Apparently during that last advert break, AJ hit a double inverted DDT on the outside. These three are working well together. Rey is destroyed with a double submission until Edge starts smashing his meathead into AJ. Don't you all just wish AJ would shave that hair and give it to Edge? Edge and AJ stop Mysterio from hitting a double 619 with a double dropkick. Mysterio delivers a tower spot for a 2. He still can't hit the 619. AJ dodges a spear and Edge falls on the rope. Mysterio tries another 619 which Edge catches and locks on the educator. Styles wakes up to make the save but Edge swishes the submission onto Styles. But that causes Edge to forget about Mysterio, who hits him with the 619 at the third attempt. Rey flies off the top. And now there's a botch. I think Edge was meant to spear him. It's irrelevant anyway because Styles hits the diving forearm for the 3. Really fun match. Shame about that ending. Shocked that Edge had been kind of pushed down the card at this point. It's a B from the Hawk. Match 27, SmackDown. Edge, who doesn't get an entrance, versus Grayson Waller. It's clear here who the crowd want. Waller is being cocky, so Edge slams it down with aggressive shoulder blocks and a couple of random gut busters from Edge. Now a gut wrench suplex. Is Edge trying to change his style at the end of this run? Or maybe just like smacking him in the gut? Edge hits the Scott Hall special now. I barely recognise his moveset at this point. Waller blocks the spear with a big knee. Waller slides out the ring and clotheslines Edge down. Back from an advert break and Grayson hits a diving DDT for a 2. Grayson controls the match for a while now, but he's too busy smiling at the crowd. Waller tries a second rope dive, which is blocked by Edge's bony old knees. Edge makes his comeback and powerbombs Waller into the ring mats. Edge brings him back with a crossbody for a 2. Waller still has a bit left in the tank with a twisting Umbrella. Edge counters his finisher though with the spear and it's over. Pretty nice to see some different stuff in there. Enjoyable, it's a B. Match 28, SmackDown. Final match! Yes! Final match. I'm gonna kiss someone in a minute. Probably a girl. Well guys, we finally made it. But first, Edge has a 25th anniversary celebration. It's just a half-cocked video package. It's Sheamus versus Edge. He gets a nice moment with the fans before the match. I feel like we've been on a real journey along with Edge in this video. The crowd are aware that he's done with the WWE. Sheamus isn't a heel here, it's more of a friendly matchup. Sheamus crushes him with an early big backbreaker. Randomly, Edge comes back at him with a springboard back elbow. He powerbombs Sheamus on the outside, and Edge brings him back the crossbody for a 2. Not much happens until Edge hits the spear out the ring. Very slow match here, perhaps Edge is feeling his age. He gives Sheamus a superplex and the execution for a 2. Sheamus hits a middle rope white noise and the Celtic cross for a 2. Why? The kickouts in this video have been hilarious. Sheamus throws a tantrum and starts clubbing Edge time and time again until he looks like a corpse. But Edge digs himself out of his grave and fires back. The crowd spray in their nappies with happiness. Edge can't hit the spear and Sheamus smashes him with the brogue kick. Again Edge kicks out. Sheamus misses another and almost gets rolled up. The spear with authority only gets Edge a 2, so he just does another spear and it's over. Edge wins. Should he have put someone over on the way out? You tell me, I couldn't care less at this point. Just give it a B, it was enjoyable. Not long after this, Edge would sign with AEW and nowadays he performs as Adam Copeland as he winds down his career. Alright, this has been my longest video in ages, so I'll keep it brief or you'll knock out my teeth. We got to shove Edge at final grade to close out this series of Ring of the Hawk Season 4. So have we got a new champion? That is the question. Edge impressed me, even though he looked half dead a lot of the time, but he mostly kept up with the younger performers. He showed nice move variety later in the run and good character work throughout the whole run. I definitely think the matches would have been better if he shaved 10 minutes off, but that's the style nowadays, so I can't criticise him for that. It sort of felt similar to CM Punk's 2 episodes. A lot of the matches were great, but not incredible. Pretty much the whole of Eddie's matches in ECW were incredible, but he did have 9 matches only, so maybe it's not comparable. Edge really did everything he could for the company. Edge's character work was definitely better than Eddie's. It's a tough one. But for the fact that Edge could still perform at this level and didn't hog a title, I think this is an A as a collective. Oh, hell yeah, man! So it's a new champion on our series finale, and if you don't agree with that, I'll beat you down in an alley.